Peace all. I am here doing a spread for the divine partnerships, that is, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And I'm actually going to do the two-part spread, separate energies, and then you can put them together in your own sphere. Red camera eye here, red camera eye, if you will. And this first spread is for the divine feminine, and I'm using the major arcana from the traditional Rider-Waite and Smith Coleman deck, and then I'm using the Archangel Power Tower cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And underneath there we've got the ever popular the Romance Angels Oracle cards, and I've also got I need to get the name, the Messages from the Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and I've got the Ascension cards. Let me get exactly the Ascension cards, yes, by Diane Cooper, and then I have the Life Purpose Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so let's start off. I obviously shuffled, laid out the spread, and I'm flipping over as we speak for the first time now. Major Arcana, Justice. Beautiful. Well, justice is just that. It talks of being justified, whatever situation. Well, let me firstly start by saying about the Major Arcana stands for a major life event or major transition in your life, a specific stage or phase in your life that you're going through. And right now, Divine Feminine is going through a justice for whatever had transpired in your life beforehand. You are being justified for your actions or inactions. And yeah, it's a good card to have. It also represents courts and judiciary system. Also represents Libra, and yeah, so tap yourself on the back, hoorah, have a party, soiree, because whatever you had to be justified for, you're coming through in a better steed, let's say. Okay, and the next three cards from the Archangel Power Tarot cards represent, the first one represents your general feeling, at least on the earthly plane. And then the second one represents the feeling that you have towards your divine masculine. And third is your desired outcome as your higher self. Okay, and saying that a desired outcome as your higher self is likely going to be the best outcome for the union outside of your ego, maybe, and just your earthly, what do you call it, your earthly self, in a sense. So what I'm saying is, because if you're looking to your higher self, then you're always going to choose what's best for you. So that's a good card to keep in mind. And then we have the Romance card, which just gives you general guidance for love, generally, in this situation, and you're loving yourself or loving whatever situation you're in. And these three cards represent angel guidance, and how you can ascend, and your life purpose in regards to your I was going to say attachment, but your collaboration with your twin. Okay, what your party should be. And remember, this is just guidance, and obviously this is a general as well. So personally, it might differ slightly, but this is a general reading for the collective of divine partnerships, that being soulmates, twin souls, twin flames. Okay, and yes, we're not dealing with karmic partners or situations here at this time. So give thanks again, and I'm going to proceed. Okay, so for the general earthly feeling that you have right now, divine feminine, is epiphany, which is one of the major arcanas, and is arcana. I was thinking of arcana, trying to read archangel. Okay, archangel Raziel, and it says joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Okay, and I believe this is the Hermit. Yes. And for your how you feeling about your divine partner, you've got the Five of Gabriel, which reads a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Okay, and your desired outcome in your higher self, you have a leap of faith. I just had some movement out here in my spot, and I don't know where it came from, but energies are abound, good and divine, I'm sure. Okay, so you have the leap of faith, which is Archangel Metatron, and this is the Fool in the traditional um, tarot. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Interesting, because I did want to have like one major arcana in this spread, and of course you can't always you don't always get what you want so what you need, and here it is. We got two other major arcanas here, which signifies to me that this is an opportune time for change, growth, and acceleration in your union and your partnership. At least you're going through these changes, and as you go through these changes to elevate and be your higher self, you also help your partner do the same, whether physically, spiritually, or mentally. Yes, so as I was saying, I had to pause for a minute. My baby woke up. Okay, I was saying that there are major transitions in your life that you're going through right now, and with these major arcanas right here. And this role of the spread is saying to me that you went through a period where you had to really become a recluse, a hermit, and take time to really nurture your inner being, your spirit. And there may have been some, but maybe you found out about this whole twin flame or twin soul divine partnership situations after coming out of a situation that you would be justified for, and now realizing that this journey is not the easy one, and you can't control other people, and even if they are your divine partner, they're divinely ordained, like they still have to go through their learning curves and lessons to get to a space where you all can be together in the best way. And not to say that when you are together, when you do come together, that you will automatically be perfect and you won't have any issues. No, you're still growing, you're still learning, but it will become easier because you have each other, I guess. But also, before you become one, you have to really understand who you are individually. It's very important in this divine partnership, which I'm learning and understanding. So you have the Fool as well as the what do you say? How do you call it? Your desired outcome for your higher self or higher being. And it says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. Meaning, like when you do come into union with your partner, remember that you are whole already, and reiterate that and reform that essence that you are whole already. When you come together, you bring another energy, and it's important to still be carefree and still listen to your innate being. Yes, you will have these intuitions and these psychic abilities that you can connect with your twin, but also remember who you are in essence and always look to your divine guidance. Okay, and not to forget that obviously you and your twin, you're two parts of one whole, but apart you are whole as well, Excuse me, I'm breathing a bit heavy now. I did a little escapism. Oh, look at that escapism. And we talk about free yourself, and if this is for your love general, and it says it's time to take back control of your life. And I feel like this is attached to the justice card, that maybe because this is not a situation that's past or that is coming in the future. This is something that you're going through right now, and so this is definitely attached to this, and it's saying to you that whatever you're coming through, like, allow yourself the inner knowing, understanding that you're coming through it. Okay, don't feel like you're still bound to it in any shape or form. Obviously, it takes time to come out of any phase that you're going through that really tugged at your, whether emotions, mental, or your spiritual, or your physical. But you must know that everything is for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And the only real lifetime situation is something like your divine partnership and the life that you've been given in general. But most situations that we go through, as hard, as joyous, as whatever emotion you put to it, it's a phase, it's a stage, and you will come through it. So in this situation, I'm feeling like it wasn't an easy one. So just know that you're not in it anymore. And justice, and if there's still some uncertainty and confusion surrounding it, and if there's still like a tie somehow, even though you're trying your hardest to release yourself, know that there will be justice, and you will have free reign and acknowledgement, and knowing that you did the best you could and the right thing. If you continue doing what is right, what you know is right, what you know is just, what you know is divine and best in alignment to your highest good and your higher self. Okay, so I'm gonna look at these cards here. The angel message is Teresa, and Teresa says, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. It's a beautiful card. See her, she's self-loving, self-nurturing, self-caring, and we all need that. Divine family especially, we need that. It just makes us feel extra oomph, like we do need to take more care of ourselves. Self-care is just, it's a real telling tale, like how much you care and love for yourself. And sometimes I even get into it where I may feel like I'm not really taking the best care of myself, and that's not because I don't love myself. I'm definitely getting to know to love myself better, but sometimes it's just because I've been so busy taking care of everybody else. And that divine feminine, we have that issue, like, we love to see everybody else around us happy and we're taken care of and nurtured. But uh, if we don't have the love situation intact and we don't feel like we're loved, we tend to forget about our needs at times, and that is problematic. Like, we definitely have to nurture ourselves as well, take the best care of ourselves first. Take the best care of ourselves first so we can better look after everyone else. And that's definitely a lesson I'm learning, because it's a hard one, especially when you have family to look after, Yeah. But the Ascension card is the gold and silver cloak. This is number 26. And it reads, "You have chosen the card of perfect harmony. When you balance your wisdom and power, giving and receiving, your connection with Hollow Earth and the seventh heaven, it offers you the courage to love. This makes you magnetic to people, animals, and situations, so that you can attract all that is for your highest good. Your guidance is to bring yourself into harmony and balance. Then visualize yourself wearing the gold and silver cloak, so that you draw in angels' sonics to purify the energy around you. Expect the unexpected and miraculous. An affirmation reads, I am in total balance and harmony. Yes, beautiful. And yeah, this card goes perfect with the whole spread in general. Like, we definitely need to have harmony and balance. Once we're in harmony and balance, we can better attract the situations that we want, and not so much situations that we don't want and have to go through, justice. Even in attracting or drawing our union closer, it can only happen when we're in harmony and balance. If we're in disarray and discord and unbalanced, then we're going to have things to still have to work on, and we can't come into union to do great works if we're not in our greatest self. Beautiful card. And the life purpose card that I have here is nutrition, and it reads, you conduct healing work with your culinary skills. Beautiful. Nutrition is a big thing. Like, I've worked with nutrition. I still work with nutrition. We can't really get away from work with nutrition, because I think for to be our higher self, one of the biggest things is what we ingest. And you know that there's a big war on food. And yeah, I mean, we don't just ingest food through our mouth, we also ingest through all our senses, whether it's through what we watch, what we hear, what we smell, what we feel. But nutrition is a big thing, because like I said, there is a big ass war on food. Like, everyone's going crazy over GMO and organic foods and raw foods. And I have this thing where I dib and dab with the nutrition, in a sense where I'm very health conscious with the food I eat. I do eat vegan, but I don't really like to put a name to it, because every once in a while I may have like a yogurt, especially of late lately. I came out of hospital for being calcium deficient and then low in vitamin D. So then I started to intake more yogurt stuff, because I did eliminate these things from my diet a good 4 or 5 years ago now. And so yes, about being back and forth with it, and I'm never too strict on myself. I do keep quite a tight regimen, but not so much so that I'm feeling like I'm depriving myself of something that I'm really urging for. I mean, like, I don't really crave unhealthy foods anymore. Even today I was thinking about going for a falafel. But I decided, no, let me come home and cook, and I made a lovely chickpea kind of salsa salad, and we loved it. It was very filling, and had some avocados in there, some tomatoes, onions, peppers, and cucumbers, and it was lovely. And just really, nutrition is a big thing, because it's very easy for us to kind of fall in and fall out, and think we're doing the right thing and maybe missing things out, especially when you're going for like a vegan diet. Like, there's certain rules and regulations you really may have to adhere to. I wasn't too big on the supplements, and to be honest, I still don't take supplements, but I'll be more cautious and more open to what what I need to supplement and how I should supplement it. Like, something like, I love nuts. I'm always eating nuts. But then I never really thought about the fact that I need selenium on a regular basis. So I'll make a point now of always having some Brazil nuts. If I'll have it 2 days, I might have 2 days off, but then I'll have it the next 2 days, you know? But nutrition is a big thing, and definitely divine feminine. You know, we women like to cook and make people around us well fed and happy with what they're eating. So that's a great one for us to have. I know that these life purpose cards doesn't just depict the one and only thing that you should be doing or you can be doing. It's just a guidance to maybe just let you know, like, yeah, nutrition is one of the things, and you're on the right path because we all eat, right? Other than some breatharians that that eat through the air, but yeah, we all like to eat, and I'm sure we all can cook, and so keep up nurturing yourself and making sure that you're eating healthily. And I don't shun away anybody that eats meat or anything like that. We all go through different stages and phases, and it just depends on your work. Some people need that or feel that they need that, and some people don't. But I think on a grander scale, we definitely don't need to eat meat like we've been governed to, like 5 plates of meat per day. Like, if you're gonna eat meat, I was even thinking about doing that, going back to meat, just because I got some light about it being needed for male testosterone. But I haven't been moved to this. I even said it. I'm not a vegan anymore. I might just have a cow once and a day, once and again. But I never got round to it, and obviously the testosterone wasn't for me. It was for my son. But I think I have to cross that bridge if and when I get to it, and if I move to again. But yeah, so nutrition is a big thing. We need to definitely take more care of ourselves